One of the greatest things about PUBG Mobile is showing off your vertical. Why don't you give us a look at your vert, buddy? How high can you get up? Woo-hoo-hoo! Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too, I'm Bushka, and today we're going to be talking about double AR protocol. The idea that you actually don't run a long-range weapon at all, and you just run around with two of the big dogs. In the case of this game, it's going to be an M416 and an M762. And it's something that is peculiar to Sanhok. And I'm going to break down why it is and why you should probably look deeply into doing it. I've been doing it off and on for a while. Mostly when I'm in a solo or duo versus squad situation, because it's a lot of firepower to have at your fingertips to be able to go through a full clip of AR and then turn around and do it all over again. Gives you the opportunity to win a lot of these gunfights where you'd otherwise be under the pump. Now, I'm running here with Azza, Mr. Ouija, my good mate Mr. Ouija, who is a very good player in his own right and is doing exactly the same thing. And it's interesting that I've watched a lot of videos recently of other PUBG Mobile YouTubers, and I actually watched Cleric Dragoon, my good mate Cleric Dragoon Gaming's video, where he took one of my games and had a look at it, and he was saying how he usually runs double AR. And obviously I couldn't respond to him as the video was happening, but I do run that a lot. And the only real gun that I run regularly outside of double AR on Sanhok is the QBU. Now, I have done videos, obviously, where I've got other weapons just for, you know, you do try different things sometimes, and that's just for the hell of it. But for the most part, there's a real solid tactical idea behind this. And the reason it's peculiar to Sanhok is very simple. Sanhok, out of all the maps, is the map that allows you to tune your engagements to whatever radio station it is that keeps you freaking happy. What do I mean by that? Well, look at it this way. If you're on Miramar or Erangel or the Kendi, you have a lot of wide open spaces. And because of that, you will often get situations where you quite simply have to go and engage people at range. Sanhok has both weather patterns that are very, very good for concealment, and also the kind of foliage and terrain that is really, really good for concealment. And by that, I mean you have a lot of undulating hills with grass and rocks and hard cover all over the place, and you quite simply don't have to take an engagement if it doesn't suit you. People that snipe on Sanhok, and I'm amongst them, like I've obviously sniped on Sanhok, they require very, very good positioning. What generally happens is you'll get one shot, and then the target will get behind a rock and you're done and dusted. As you get towards the later stages of the game, obviously if you get an AWM or something, I'd change all that. For the guide gun, I'd change pretty much everything. But as you get towards the later stages of the game, the sniping becomes less and less important. And one of the reasons why I'm showing you this game in particular, and this is absolutely true, is that you can see in this game, as we get towards the end, we just skip engagements that aren't necessarily important. We just go with engagements that work towards, you know, what we've got going for us, which is double AR. Did you see I ran out of ammo there on the 762, on the M762? And I just switched around to an M416, and it was absolutely seamless, and we got that last guy there. Now, this is the negative. You can see there's a big-ass bunch of people there in boot camp. We get a headshot, the M416. The terrain is tough here, and the weather pattern is rainy, which is going to kill your visibility for all that. And so, while it's lovely to actually hit a few of these shots, for the most part, we can't clear a target in there. It takes too long with an M416 to clear a target. And because of that, we just make a simple decision here. Well, they're not going to stay, so we're going to run all the way around the outside, and they're going to shoot us while we do it. We're going to med up, do all that kind of stuff, and then we're just going to run and leave that area alone. They can do whatever they want over there. It's not important for us. And we get all the way over here to this side of boot camp, and we run into a squad. And they've got the overlook on us. They've got the top of the hill. Sure as all get out, they own that mountain. We're in a little bit of strife if we stay here and engage them. But we're just not going to. What we're going to do is Ouija is going to get me up. We don't have the sniper rifle. We've got ARs, we could use them. But if they've got Kar 98s and things and we're leaning out there and we don't know exactly where they are, what ends up happening is you just get knocked because it takes you too long to clear the target. And while you're clearing one target, his mate gets you, like just happened there. We took one member of that squad out and then his mate knocked us. So we're going to jump down back onto the edge of the river there and move around. They're overlooking our rock. They're sniping away at us. There's a Kar 98. It's the same guy, I think, that got me before. Someone pushes while I'm down here. Azza clears him up. I think he actually got pushed into us. Azza's like, yeah, righto, I'll just take him out. That's someone that got stuck between the guys in the mountain and us. And then we just move around the map. We move all the way over to this edge, and then we decide, you know what, we'll go over to the other side of the river, and we'll actually work it back from there. Now, this is the theory behind AAR, and the reason it works so well on Sanhok and doesn't work so well on these other places. If that had been Vikendi and we're behind a rock, you run out from behind the rock on Vikendi, and there's just a big open snowfield. You run out from behind the rock on Erangel, and there's just a big open field of grass. Over here on Vikendi, you can move from hardcover to hardcover. There's lots and lots of ways to not take an engagement on Vikendi until you're ready to take the engagement. Now, we don't actually get a lot of joy from the AAR concept on this map, but we're definitely playing towards it. I mean, you only really saw me at the start, run out of 7.62 and turn around and nail that guy with the M416. And as the game's progressed, obviously, we haven't really had much cause to use the AAR. But it goes without saying that, you know, not every game is the same. The biggest benefit to running these two guns is when you run into a squad and you spray out one dude and then they realize that you're out of ammo on that weapon, they start charging you, and you quite simply swap weapons and finish them off again. This is pretty funny, this. So this guy's going to nail me with a Vector. I don't think he can see me through those trees and such. I'm thinking I'm pretty safe and he can't see me, so I can just tap away there, but he can't see me. He absolutely can see me. Henry9999 can see me. There's Azza. Get me up on the revive. God, he's a reliable human. So we're screwed here. They're up the mountain. It's that squad that was holding the mountain before. They are still holding the mountain. There's 3 of them left alive. We monstered one of theirs earlier and only 2 of us. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to chuck a little bit of smoke out the back. I'm reloading my M416, and you can see the reason I'm running those 2 guns, the M762 and the M416, is the M762 in my mind is the best house cleaner there is. Like, it's as a non-crate drop I'm talking about here too. We've only got the 1 smoke, so I'm going to use this in a quite interesting fashion. As is going to go up the guts, right there to the northeast. He's going to push right up. I'm going to run around the edges. So what we're going to do here is a 2-man shuffle, basically. I finally reload that M4. And the M416 is obviously super accurate and very, very stable as a gun platform. Now, this is just more or less in case they're watching that doorway in that area there, and it doesn't even work properly, so that's kind of nothing. I just want to have a little bit of cover in case I come out this window when they're up there to our northwest, but they're not. Cool. So as it goes out, pushes the rock. I'm waiting for the zone line to come, and then I'm going to push low on the zone line and hook around. And the interesting thing is, although I do not have a long-range sniper rifle, I've got an M416, and that is an incredibly solid weapon for spraying down at range. I'm running it with it 3 times, and you'll see just here, as has gone low, they are all peeking him. There's a guy just ahead in Discord. He's telling me he's just ahead of us. And we're going to do that. M416 again. Look at that tight spray pattern. Tight. Another guy up at the rock there looking at Ouija. M416 him again. And then we're going to finish this one out with our other AR, the M762, which is where the big damage comes from. Same rate of fire, but 12.5% more damage for the M762. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the videos and join the Discord. If you want to know all the damage numbers, they're in a spreadsheet in my Discord in the general channel. And you look, just in general, have a good time. If you are part of this community, make sure you make your voice heard, because I do videos based on community feedback. Nothing else, really. Look after yourselves, and as always, stay safe on the battlefield. Bye for now.